And obligatory podcast is back with. Sounds so corny and it's so forced.
Sounds so forced.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
all you got to watch. I'll show you. This is how
Do it.
professionals do it. Hey, guys, we're back. This is the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke. I'm Mike Hurley.
I'm Kermit.
See, how hard was that,
So
man?
smooth.
I know. I've been working on
It's
it.
so awkward.
Well, I got a
Start the
40-minute
show.
drive over every week, and all I do is just talk in the car like the obligatory, the obligatory, the obligatory, the obligatory.
I gotta work on that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, because you don't do enough.
Yeah.
For this show. Like, you're not up nights because people are writing in that the volume's not working for them.
Losing sleep trying to make sure this thing looks presentable.
I guess, if that's the worst comment we're getting right now, like the volume's not high enough. But I'm afraid now if we put the volume high enough for them to be able to hear us, all the other negative comments are going to come in.
All the negative comments.
Yeah.
Shows. Anyways.
So how you been, man? Enough frazzle. How you been? How was your week?
Good. Busy.
Yeah? What'd you do? You had some stuff?
I had a busy week/weekend.
Yeah, man, you were out there. You had, what was it, last Wednesday? I think last time I talked to you, you were going to, you had a roast battle you were getting ready for.
I had a roast battle.
How'd that work out?
Didn't work out well.
No?
No.
No?
No.
No?
I got the ooh instead of the ha 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 ha.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Was the other guy that much better than you?
no, I refuse to accept that.
So what happened?
No,
Like,
he won fair and square. He
did he had the audience on his side?
He had the audience on his side. He
Yeah.
had good jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. He hit me with 3 short jokes in a row,
Yep.
and everyone ate it up and loved it.
Not short jokes as in the jokes were short.
No, like yeah,
Every joke was about you being short.
being short.
Man,
And he just
it's kind of a one-trick pony move.
one trick pony. But hey, it worked. I'm not
The
taking
audience
anything
loved
away
it.
from him.
And I heard that you actually hit back.
I
your
went
final
too
joke?
deep. I went too deep.
Did you win that one though?
I think I won all 3 of them. It's just they're just mean.
Like one of the who wants a nice roast?
They did.
They did. They want.
I don't
Like,
even think the audience realized they were in a roast.
no, they're like, why is this guy being so
Oh
cruel?
man, it's as
Yeah.
much as I.
Like I heard a judge actually told you that you went too far and made it too personal.
Yeah, that was the exact words.
I don't get that.
It's all right.
I don't get that. Well,
all right.
But anyways, but then life got better because the next day you were opening
I
up
hosted at the Orlando Improv.
and you were opening up for
Joselito,
a puppet.
a puppet.
A puppet. How'd that work out?
Son of a bitch is funny.
Is he?
Yep.
Is
I
he?
can't take it. I wanted to hate him so bad. I wanted to hate it so bad, and I had a good time, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a really good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good, man.
And,
How many people showed up?
225.
Wow, that makes that's like almost everything but the back high tops in that room. I
Yeah.
believe.
You know,
Yeah.
it was third tier.
Well,
It was
yeah,
third tier
third
because of the
tier.
way they set it up. Because he actually had a stage.
Yeah, because so like when we do the roast, you can't have the left and the right seats.
Right. You
Yeah.
can't
Sure.
do that.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
yeah, it was good. I mean, I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
He's huge on Instagram.
Yeah.
So his followers got
Mm-hmm.
me followers. So now I noticed overnight
Yeah.
I got 50 new followers.
Holy crap!
I was like, I thought it was spam though. I was like,
that like doubled your followers.
so I got 100 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's going. It's
Good,
going.
man. Good.
No, but it was a great time. And then Friday was what was Friday? Friday was another show. Oh, Broken Cauldron.
Uh huh.
That was fun.
Yeah, I saw some of your
Couple
Instagram
hecklers.
videos on that. It looked like some people were having a rough time getting through.
Towards the end,
Yeah.
Towards the
the
end.
end. You went up early though,
I went up early.
Ah.
I got the gist.
so you got them while they were attentive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they just kind of faded out. They got drunk. They got drunk fast there.
Yeah. They
guess,
look like lightweights.
Their beers are like 10% starting, like alcohol content.
Yeah.
They're heavy on the beer, so everyone's drinking like crazy. And then some guy bought beer for people, and I was like, oh well, so much for Jeff's set.
Jeff Jones, always funny though. If people will stop being drunk and shut up and listen.
And then another comedian, he's an idiot. I don't want to mention his name because he's an idiot.
Uh huh.
But so he had to take a shit, and the men's bathroom was locked.
Right.
So he went into the women's,
Uh huh.
but he didn't lock the door.
Right.
And one of the other female comedians opened the door on him, and he was like in mid wipe, and she saw everything, and she screamed during somebody's set because the bathroom is just right out. There's no hiding. Just
Right.
open the door, and then you're right there on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So she yelled, and then he talked about he was super embarrassed, and everyone was making fun of him, and
No. Broke a couple of rules there.
Yeah.
Used the woman's bathroom.
yep.
And not every bathroom in America right now is the any sex goes bathroom.
No.
Didn't lock the door. That seems like one of those times you would make sure to lock the door.
He didn't lock the door. And then she said that she goes, she gets on stage and she's like, who wipes front to back? And he's like, well, I just, he couldn't even explain it. It was like, you wipe front to back, man? Who? What?
Who wipes front to back?
Yeah, he goes like in and then he like wipes it.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, front. Like,
no, that's back
to front. Back to
yeah,
front.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I wipe.
No, back to front. Yeah, he's like like wiping it up towards his junk.
What? What? Oh.
And he admitted it.
Oh.
He's like, that's how I wipe. And everyone was like, what?
Probably raised with a lot of sisters, I guess. No, because then you don't do that because you don't move the poop towards the cooch. Yeah. Oh, thank God I didn't have daughters, man. This would have been a whole issue.
You don't cover the cave, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know though. That seems like seems awfully convenient. You know, that seems like the guy who goes like on an airplane, goes to the bathroom and leaves the door open, as they call it, fishing. You know, just
and now he's going to be part of his set now. So
oh my gosh, so we'll hear about it.
We'll hear about it. I don't even want to mention his name, but F him.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm looking better. I'm feeling healthier. You didn't mention it.
You look better.
Do I?
I don't know.
Do I?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't.
You look the same to me.
Really?
You're like a girlfriend now. I'm like, oh.
My clothes are fitting better.
Have you been sticking to the diet?
No, I bought bigger clothes. I literally went out and bought everything a size up, and man, life is so much easier.
Oh, that's
like I was stressing because I realized now the problem was I was still trying to fit in clothes for a skinny person, and now I got clothes for like a short, fat person, and I feel so much better about myself. You know,
I don't think that's how dieting works.
Oh, I'm not sure that's how dieting works, but I'll tell you, this was a lot easier than dieting. Like, some of the things you wanted me to do were just ridiculous. Like, no waffle fries? Go fuck yourself. Like, seriously, dude. Have you had waffle fries? Why not just tell me no oxygen while you're at it?
The fact you try to make it sound like, do I look better? I'm like, I guess.
I do. I look amazing. I do. Look, it's got
just
room.
Flowing.
Yeah, it's flowing. It's a step down from a moo-moo. But
for F's sake. We got to fix this.
Oh,
I keep saying it every week.
I'm all about it. I'm all about you. You're telling me, yeah, I don't want to go to the gym. And like when I explain to you what I do when I go to the gym, when I spend like 30 minutes to an hour doing cardio just to, warm up and then go do some weight machines. And you're like, no, dude, you're wasting your time doing cardio like that. That's not going to help you because you're not even burning fat at that point. Now, on the rare occasions I've been like, I'm going to the gym. I think what you said, I'm like, I'm just going to wait for Kermit.
I didn't say not to do it. I'm just saying you got to push a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
want to do it right. I want to do it right.
You are doing it right. You got to jump on, but you just got to go a little bit longer.
Like how much longer?
10 minutes more than what you're doing.
You're talking craziness. You're talking craziness.
How many minutes are you doing right now in the gym on whatever machine you're doing?
Like I usually go in and I do 35 to 40 on the elliptical.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, and then I go and I do the chest presses and everything, and then I spend my time in the ab zone.
All right, then stick to it.
It hasn't done anything for me.
But I mean, it's not gonna work overnight.
No, I gave it like 3 nights. I give it a good 3 or 4 nights, and then what happens is on Mondays at my gym they give you the free pizza and you're back to square one.
And you take advantage of the free pizza.
Well, if I don't eat it, someone else is going to.
Holy shit, dude!
It just seems like a waste of pizza.
Ever.
Am I?
Not really, but
yeah.
I mean, I got worse, but still.
I probably am your worst client because I've got all this advice from you and haven't paid you at all.
You haven't paid me, and officially we have not even done a workout session.
No, so that's probably why.
No, we just talk about it.
So, what happened with me this week? Oh,
shouldn't I ask that question?
Yeah, well, you didn't.
I was going to, and then
okay,
you kind of like.
We'll back it up. Go ahead.
What happened to you this weekend?
Oh, so glad you asked. Amazing stuff. Been dealing with the Florida Department of Education hunted me down like a dog.
For what?
I took a student loan out back in like
1999.
2005. 2005. I had a student loan, and the way student loans work is you take the loan and then you agree upon graduation to pay back a certain amount a month, or if you stop going to school, you have to start paying back.
I am not that stupid. I know what a student
Well, for people listening who maybe don't know the payment schedule because their parents paid for their school or they had scholarships or something like that, So what I did is I took out a loan, and it was a small loan.
What's a small loan?
I think it was only like $4,000 or something. I was going to Valencia. I was going to Valencia Community College. I took out the loan for a semester.
Okay.
When I first went to college, I went to school on a theater scholarship, and then I blew that. Like, just didn't go to classes, only did what I wanted to do, and lost my scholarship. So I'm one of those stupid kids that had a chance for a full paid ride and screwed it up. And then I went back to college a couple times, like on my own dime. But this time around, I decided I was going to go back, but I didn't have any money, so I went and got the loan. So I go get the loan for like $4,000, and then I do my first semester and get all A's, like 5 classes, get my 4.0 for the semester. And then something came up in my life where I'm like, couldn't do school any longer again. So I started paying back the loan, but the way it had set up the payments was originally when I signed off, it was going to be like $37 a month for however long. So I'm sending in those $37 payments, and then one gets sent back to me, and they're like, oh, we don't know if you saw the contract. We increased it to $68 a month. At the time, I was young and stupid. I'm like, well, that wasn't our agreement. So here's your 37. Take it or leave it. And they sent it back to me again. And I'm like, well, if you're not accepting my money, that means you don't want my money. And I figured I could just play that game, which apparently you can't, because when I went to get my tax return that year, they just kept my tax return. So for quite a few years, I didn't get a tax return.
You're just realizing this shit now?
Well, no, I knew this part. Okay. But here's the thing. They took it for quite a few years, and since I was a bartender and a lot of my income was off the books,
right?
Whatever. I get checks. When you're in hospitality, you get checks at the end of the week that say this is not a check. That's how little you make.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then one year I got a tax return, and it actually came to me. And I was like, oh, well, I guess my loan's paid off. And it's been like that. I thought it did. I thought they took all the money back that they wanted.
I feel so much smarter than you right now.
I thought they took all the money back that they wanted because the IRS wrote me a note, hey, your blog got sent to this. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then
the fact
no.
You think money just disappears when you have a debt?
What do you mean? No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. My tax return.
Yeah, I get that.
That you get at the end of the year. Like, say you get $200 or $300 back.
Yeah, and they kept taking
I was getting notes from the IRS saying, you have a debt with the state of Florida. We threw this towards your debt.
Yeah, they're throwing it towards
And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. And then one year I got a tax return, actual cash back. So I'm like, oh, I guess that's all paid off now. So it's been like 6 years that I've been getting tax returns every year. And then this year I actually was the first year I claimed the kids. So my tax return was a little bit higher. And all of a sudden the IRS is like, oh, hey, you're getting this much back. And then when I got it deposited in my account, it was short like $1,300. And I was like, what? So I called the IRS. They're like, all we know is you owed a state debt. And I'm like, where? Who? And they're like, we don't have that information. You got to call the Office of Fiscal Responsibility. So I called them. They're like, no, we don't understand. So just on a long shot, I called the Florida Department of Education. They're like, oh, yeah, you still owed us like $1,250. So we did. I'm like, but it's been like 6 years.
Bro, that Hurley cloud just follows you, man.
You know what it is? I think
that dark rain cloud loves coming at the right time when you feel good and you're happy.
I had stuff I wanted to do with my tax return. I had stuff I wanted to do for the kids with my tax return. So basically, I just told the kids, we're not doing what you guys wanted. Because they didn't work this year. They don't get nothing back. But, the Florida Department of Education is like an ex-girlfriend. You're together, you fight, she messes with you, you leave, you don't hear from her, and just when your life's all back together, she comes busting down the door. I hear things are going well for you now. I want my
she
cut.
Doesn't take $1,200 away from you.
They take everything from you. They take everything. So that was my week, like hunting that down. But the funniest thing is between the IRS and the Office of Fiscal Responsibility or Bureau of Fiscal Responsibility, they could verify that money was taken out, but neither one could tell me where it went. They're like, we don't have that information. I'm like, well, obviously you had some information. You had to send my money somewhere, right? So, but whatever.
So much for white privilege.
So much for white privilege.
That shit's not working out
how come you're taking my money yet we can't even see Trump's tax returns? I'll put my returns out there, man. You can see my $3,500 in McDonald's charges last year. I don't care. I'm not proud of it. It's out there.
Yeah, Hurley cloud.
Yeah.
That famous dark cloud that you love.
Yeah.
That loves following you.
So that's it.
Anything else you got screwed over this week with?
Nah, man. I'm getting educated.
With what?
Like I heard about. Have you ever heard this? Manspreading. Like I laughed. One of my friends posted it. I'm like, I think you meant mansplaining. I
Manspreading?
mansplained to her that she was messing up the word mansplaining by saying manspreading.
Is that like when gay guys spread their butt cheeks or something like that?
No.
Oh,
No, no. Why would you even go
sounds
there?
like that. Man spreading, like,
That would just be spreading, wouldn't it?
well, butt spreading.
Butt spreading. I don't think sex.
I don't know.
think your sexual preference would
No,
come
I'm horrible
into it
at
all.
it.
Yeah. No, it's apparently because we don't ride the public transportation. We don't have subways down here. But apparently, it's when, as a man, you're sitting, kind of like what I'm doing right now.
In your wonderful
I'm,
chair.
I'm sitting. Yeah, you want to talk about the fucking chair situation? Let's finish this before we get into the chair situation. But it's when as a man you sit and your legs V out.
So you.
So you're sitting like right now. Where you
Well, I
doing?
crisscross my legs.
You're crisscross, but it's
like you free ball, like you just airing out the goods.
Yeah, and apparently this is a huge issue, like in Paris and England and America, New York. They're saying that on like public transportation, that's people. There's actually signs up now in the subway like
Wait,
no
what's the point?
manspreading, no manspreading. Because when have you seen subway seats? They're like so narrow.
I've never been on a subway.
They're so narrow that if you like sit down, think of like you've been on an airplane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they're just as narrow as airplane seats.
Okay.
But think of that, and then the guy in the middle seat just sitting there with his legs.
Oh, with his legs open, like it's holding the seat.
like V'd out. So I guess it's infringing on their personal area. Here's the thing, though. As a man, try and sit with your knees together. Like, try it.
But you get a rash.
You get it's crush. It will crush your nuts. It's uncomfortable as hell. Like I get that you need to, but maybe we shouldn't be shaming men for not wanting to squash their genitals. Maybe we need to be talking to the transportation department about doing something about the seat size.
Is that the solution to this?
I don't know what it is, but I know I wouldn't be able to sit like, let's say you got to hop on like a subway on the way home and you got like a 40-minute ride or something like that. You going to sit like that crushing your nuts the whole way?
Maybe they should install fans underneath the seats that blow into the people's balls.
Dude, do this. Try sitting with your just try sitting with your knees touching. Legs in front of your knees touching.
It's
It's uncomfortable, isn't it?
I was gonna say I'm very comfortable.
Are you really? You got small balls.
Yeah, I know.
You got like
I hate to admit that this is very comfortable.
really?
Especially in this wonderful chair.
Oh, fuck you in your chair. So yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, manspreading, and seems like a stupid thing.
I don't ride freaking public transportation, so
Me neither. But
God I
like
have a car.
I googled it, and there's like videos of people assaulting people over it.
getting in fights.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to see that now.
Yeah. Now you're interested.
Now I'm interested.
Now you're interested.
Now I want to see someone fighting because they're airing out their nutsack.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds good.
It's not airing out your nutsack. It's like I don't see as a guy how you can sit down and not have your legs like. I'm not talking about just being crazy like all over the place, but I mean just. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I understand that
I feel like this
we're
is
on
your
this
passion.
I just feel like we're on this thing now where it's like I get it. Men are evil, especially middle-aged white guys. I get it. I know my lot in life. You know what it is, man? To be middle-aged and white right now, it's not a good time.
Yeah, you guys.
It's not.
You guys are getting a bad rap
You know
every
what?
other day.
Man, it feels like I walked into a restaurant, sat down before I ordered anything. The waitress came over with like $1 million tab and just slapped it down on the table. And she's like, "Hey, that table of white guys over there said this is on you." And I'm like reading down, going, "Really? This is all me now?" Like they got to order, eat, and have all the fun, and like the guys with the white powder wigs did great for themselves. And I'm just over here going, Trail of Tears. Who ordered that? That was expensive. Like, ooh, racism. I don't think I would have got that as an appetizer. I got to pay for all of this, and I didn't get none of this.
I just find it funny that you're getting the shit into this finally.
I know, man. I feel like all the white old men before me just dined and dashed
You got
on my ass.
3 more years of this?
Of what? Being white and privileged?
Yeah.
I don't know. As soon as I get my AARP card, everything bounces out because the discounts kick in, and then it's back. Oh, this is my old man privilege.
I don't think that passes either, man. Because old racist guys, old racist men are getting.
They
shit
gotta
on
die,
too.
man.
They gotta die? That's strong.
That's the only way it's gonna work. You gotta. Tom Rhodes has said it before. He's like, we just need all the races to start breeding with each other till we're all the right shade of gray. He's like, that's the only thing that's gonna end it. He's like, Tom Rhodes is like, man, you gotta breed together till we're all the same shade of gray, and then you can hate the person for the person they are rather than the color of their skin. And he's like, isn't that what we want? I'm like, yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, man. I guess I just want to hold on to my white privilege and my manspreading ways a little bit longer.
I guess. I feel like you should be campaigning for this.
You know what I decided I need this week, too?
A chair?
Yeah. I was supposed to have a chair this week, and went to pick it up, and they had one in stock, and it was the one I wanted. And when I got there, they didn't have it. And
Mike's going to have spinal bifida before the end of this
and look at you, just all comfy over there.
It's so comfy.
I'm over here on a freaking keyboard bench. But I'll tell you.
In the beginning, you're like, oh, this is so comfy. I was like, you sure?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, what was my other options at this point,
Nothing really.
Nothing really. I could stack the books you use when you're driving, but
cute.
Yeah. Did that come up at the roast?
It's a car seat, asshole.
Nice. No, I decide what I need is I don't know. How do you feel about? Do you loan money to people?
Sometimes.
And
I'm very skeptical about doing it.
Yeah.
Why? Who'd you loan money to?
Like everybody, and that's the problem. I have people that
You don't have money to be giving that.
I don't. But the thing is, I usually have more money than the people I know. And
true, but that's like half the comedy community.
Yeah, unfortunately. And Charlie Bowie, friend of ours, comedian.
Are you gonna blast? Wait,
no.
Charlie has money.
Well, you know why Charlie has money?
No,
because he doesn't loan anybody money.
Oh, that's true.
Like Charlie's told me before, he's like, man, what I've learned when I was growing up is you never loan anyone money. If you give someone money, you have to consider it a gift, and if you get it back, then that's a bonus. I'm like, well, that's how rich people live their lives. He's like, no, that's why I don't loan anyone money.
I'm convinced Charlie's rich because I see how he dresses.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just got good taste.
Who shows up everywhere in flip-flops?
Charlie Bowie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's rich.
Yeah, no.
Shorts and flip-flops in the winter.
No, Charlie's parents are rich.
Making him
rich.
Making him rich.
I don't know. But so I'm a soft touch with people that, are
You're
close
a sucker.
to me. I am. And what I hate, though, is when they come to you, it's like deathbed, need the money, life and urgent, and my kids and my this, and you loan them the money. But then I'm one of those people, like the few times I borrowed money, I'm like, dude, this is when you'll get the money back. I will be there this day with this money in hand. And then I stick to that because I feel horrible. I'm like, here you go. And fortunately, as I've gotten older, I haven't had to borrow money as much or ever. I don't like doing it. I will do anything not to have to borrow. And I don't know why with the people you loan money to, they come to you on just begging, and you're like, all right, I'll make it happen. And I hate tracking down people who owe me money.
I hate that.
That's the worst part. To the point where there's some people that let it go so long that when you see them again, they're like, oh, I didn't pay that back. Acting like they don't remember, Or you see them out and about, drinking and having fun and doing stuff, hanging out with all the other people that didn't loan them money.
They post up photos of them at Disney and shit.
Yeah. It's like, what? Yeah. Oh, you got money to be over here, but you don't have money?
Oh, my cousin hooked me up, man.
Yeah. Oh, really? Really, man? So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm no longer loaning money ever unless...
Names.
Unless I get an enforcer.
An enforcer.
I need an enforcer. Like in all the movies, like the loan sharks,
loan
the Italian.
shark?
Like remember in Rocky, how
Yes.
Rocky made extra money by going around going, hey, I can't let you slide this week. You owe Big Tony another. Come on, Rock, don't break my fingers. Hey, next week I gotta take a knee. I don't know how it works. So if anyone out there is listening, if you can tell me how it works, do they get a % of the debt that's owed to me?
I was
do
about
they
to ask.
only
I'll
get paid?
do it. Who is it?
Dude. I'll send. Will you?
Yeah.
What % do you want? Let's negotiate this. How much of the debt? Because it needs to be one of those things. Unfortunately, it's like sales. You don't make money unless you make money for me.
I will do it for 10%.
10%.
Yep.
So that means if someone owes me, say, $300,
Yep.
you're gonna do it for
You do the math. You're good at that.
$30.
Yep.
For $30, you're gonna go out and risk getting arrested.
I'm not gonna get arrested.
Why not?
I got karate students. I'll send the minions after.
So you haven't even taken your first job, and you're outsourcing the
Yeah,
work I
I'm
give
outsourcing. You're giving me. I'm the middleman.
Minors do less time.
Exactly.
Plus, you gotta admit, it's kind of embarrassing if you send one of those like 12-year-olds into one of these guys' work and be like, "I'm here on behalf of Kermit. I don't owe Kermit no money. He's here on behalf of Mike."
I don't think anyone you gave money to has a job. So I'm assuming they're all broke comedians.
Yeah. So how are we gonna get? Not all of them are comedians. Some of them are comedians.
Or magicians.
Comedians, magicians, entertainers from various
They're all
walks of
entertainers.
life. Yeah.
They don't have real jobs for you to
Yeah.
do.
So I don't know. I just
Because you
feel
don't
bad.
have money.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I just find it weird that you can give a lot. How many loans you got out right now?
I did the math last night. I have about $980 out on the streets, as they say. I got $980 on the streets.
Split up with how many
Not
people?
making me money. About 6 different people.
6? Dude,
Yeah.
that's too much.
It's way too much.
I do one. And I
Yeah.
was like, I want the money by the end of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. I do one, and that's what I need to do one. And then when someone else asks me money, I'm like, nah, I already got money out there.
You can't just say no.
Yeah.
Mike, can I borrow some money?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking pussy.
No, here's the thing, man. Like I'm very, very happy with where I'm at now. I'm not rich, but I take care of the kids and their mom.
Mm-hmm.
Bills are paid.
Mm-hmm.
Lights on. When you're like me, you count your success by how long it's been since the electric's been shut off. You know, and it's been quite a few years, my friend. like even the Florida Department of Education. I'm like, yeah, you coming at me now because you know I'm loaded.
Jesus.
But,
yeah, let's try this again. Mike, can I borrow some money?
Yeah.
Just say no, man.
No, man.
There, see?
No, man.
No.
Are we still friends?
Yeah, see? It doesn't hurt. Mike, can I borrow some money?
No.
There you go.
Hey,
there
I'm
you
learning.
Go. See,
I'm learning.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
You're not an asshole to say no to somebody.
Well, can I just like...
How much money do you give the homeless people when they ask you?
You know, the funny thing, up until like 2 or 3 months ago, like every time I saw one, at least $1 or $2.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and like I think you saw when we were at other bar last night, I'm like, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you said no to him.
Yeah, because here's the thing. If you come up to me with a story, I'm good. If you come up just being aggressive, like, give me $1. No.
Have you bumped into the guy that wants you to give him $20 and kick him in his balls?
I have not.
There's a guy downtown. He has a sign. He goes, kick me in my balls for $20.
Yeah, it's probably a girl that's fooling you all.
No, he's a dude. Trust me on that one.
Are you sure you
Yes.
kicked a couple of times?
I wanted to do it last night.
Oh,
because everyone was like, we should do it. Because he was asking all the comedians.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if you'd do it for $5. But we didn't do it because, I think
at the end of the day, it's wrong.
At the end of the day, it's wrong.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, Kermit, go do it. Go kick him in his balls. I was like, I might explode his balls if I kick him in there.
Right.
So I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Yeah. No, actually, Baby's mama actually made up all these little, like, bags, Ziploc baggies full of, like, snack bars and stuff and, like, bottles of water.
I think it's money to give out to homeless people.
Well, it kind of is because where did she get the money to buy all those? You know, when you total up everything in there, I think I'm giving more than $2 every one of these bags. But now when we pull up at a corner, if someone's got, like, we'll work for food. But I was hanging out with Marcus Crespo one night after open mic. We were walking back to my car, and there was a homeless guy. And he was like, hey, you guys got money? You got money? You got money? And I'm like, no, man, I don't have any cash. But I had one of those little bags in the car. So I'm like, but here, man, I got something for you. He's like, I'm just trying to get something to eat, man. I'm just trying to get something to eat. So I pull him out, like, this bag, and it's got, like, the snack bars and everything else. Like, 6 or 7 different edible things, and then the bottle of water. And he's like, man, I don't want none of that. And it's like, well, I guess you're not fucking hungry.
That's what you get, kind of.
Yeah.
For being nice.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit.
I don't want that shit. Yeah. Like,
Makes me laugh.
yeah, I told you about the guy down at Lake Eola before, right?
No.
I had gone to, I think it was Panino's at the time, that pizza shop right by Sac Comedy Club.
Okay.
There on Orange.
Still there.
Yeah, they changed the name to something like Vera Floors or something. But, they had a special where it was like 2 slices of pizza and, a beverage. And they're the big New York style slices. So I got like the special, got a piece, took the other piece to go, filled up my Coke, and I was walking down to my car. I was parked down by Lake Eola. This was November. It was pretty cold out. I see this guy with his shopping cart down by the little fountain. He's got no sweatshirt on. He's huddled over there. So I'm like, man, I'm probably not even going to eat this. It's probably going to go in the trash. But I go down to him, I'm like, hey, man, they gave me too much pizza. Do you want it? He's like, oh, God bless you. And I hand him my filled up Coke. And yeah, I didn't change straws or nothing, but whatever. I figured that it's good. And he's like, God bless you. And I walk away and I hear behind me, is this fucking pepperoni? And I turn around and he's like, I hate pepperoni. And he threw the whole piece in the fucking bush. And it's like, dude, I was pissed because I've been to parties where it's like, I don't like onions on my pizza. And you know what I do? I pick off the fucking onions. It's not a big fucking deal. And like, I told my buddy about it. He's like, well, apparently beggars can be choosers. And I'm like, no. So, yeah, man, what you do? You try to
nice.
I'm done. Remember last week, the old man that took me for like $5? Yep. I'm done.
And that cloud.
I'm fucking done, dude. Really? Now the IRS is coming after me for money. I should have given him the old man's name. Go get 5 from him. He fucking owes me.
This shit pepperoni. I'm a vegan, dick. Mm-hmm. Threw it in the... That's what you get.
Yeah.
That's great.
But, oh, well, man. I don't know. Hey, you hear about the dog? I knew this was going to hit close to home for you. The dog that died.
No.
Did you hear about it?
No, I don't want to hear anything
The dog
bad.
that died on the United flight? You didn't hear about that?
Yeah, some dumbass human put it in the fucking storage
It wasn't just some dumbass human. It was the flight attendant.
A dumb human.
But they had him in, do you have dog carriers for your dogs?
Yeah, the girl does. My dog doesn't fit in it. She's too big. But
oh, okay. Yeah, it was like one of those approved, flying transfer
How do you not
things.
know the damn animal in there?
No, I think they knew.
And they put in this. Wait, yeah. But what about the owners? They're fucking dumb too.
Dude, have you been on an airline lately?
Yes.
It's got nothing to do with being dumb.
Yes, it does.
Once you're up there flying, the littlest thing you do turns you into a felon nowadays, man. You argue, you do anything, all of a sudden you're getting yanked off planes. There's people getting yanked off planes just for...
Where was this?
This was in the U.S., man.
So you're telling me you're gonna grab my dog and put in the storage, overhead storage, and be like, oh.
It was in one of those little bags that's approved to fit under the seat in front of you, which is the traveling guidelines. I guess it has
underneath the seats or above the seat.
Underneath the seat in front of you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but they decide maybe they're like, oh no, that has to go into the overhead. Yeah. So
the owners and the flight attendant are freaking idiots.
Yeah, but
the owners are even more dumb for allowing it, for being up there for
on
even
a
more
flight
than 10
from
minutes.
Houston to New York's LaGuardia Airport.
Yeah, see, they're stupid. Mm-hmm. They're stupid.
I don't know, man.
They won't get arrested or anything. Who cares?
Something's got to happen.
No, they're not.
They won't get arrested, but United in their defense is taking full responsibility. But what's that mean?
Well, the family will probably sue and get some money. But the family is just as stupid.
The policy for onboard pets is a pet traveling in cabin must be carried in an approved hard-sided or soft-sided kennel. The kennel must fit completely under the seat in front of the customer and remain there at all times.
Yeah.
So by putting it up there, they went against their own policy.
They suffocated the damn thing.
Yeah, they already said it was a approved kennel thing. But, yeah, I mean, at least if you have to do that, if you have to go overhead, then you leave... Well, I guess it's a safety thing to leave that open, but I'd rather leave it open and have the chance of a bag falling out than suffocate an animal, Bam.
The thunder stomp on that.
I didn't know. I didn't know I was going to do that.
Well, luckily they don't have kids. They'll put their damn baby up there, too, when they're at it.
Well, see, that's why you and I have talked before, and you said, oh, my dogs are like my kids. And I'm like, no, because if you leave your dogs alone all day, you just got to clean up a mess when you get home. If I leave my kids... home alone all day, I got to deal with the DCF. Yeah, if this was a baby in the overhead, then...
The flight attendant will still be a stupid asshole.
Yeah, man. I was just saying. I didn't mean to bring you down, but...
You didn't bring me down.
I know how much you love dogs. And
God, they're so stupid. I just hate them.
Yep.
I hate them all.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
So, I was... I saw this online the other day. They were talking about the worst way you've been fired or quit.
Ooh.
So the worst job you ever... Do you have a job that you just walked away from? Like, I know you were Best Buy Employee of the Century at one point.
I quit on Best Buy, but not like in an epic way. I quit on their worst... I screwed Best Buy over.
What'd you do?
I quit on Black Friday.
Wow. Did you show up or did you just not go in?
I was supposed to work Black Friday. I just didn't go in. Mm-hmm. And they're like, where are you? I was like, yeah, I quit.
Yep.
And I hung up
Send
the
me my
phone.
check.
Yeah, just send me my check. And what the? And that was it. So it wasn't really. I just didn't care. I had it planned out. It was
Yeah.
me and like 3 other guys. We quit.
You all quit on Black
Yeah,
Friday?
we had it all planned out.
I can't even blame you, man. Because
So-
I've seen videos of Black Friday and retail. You probably one of you would have been dead probably from a, especially you.
Me against Stampede.
Yeah,
by people.
Stampede. It's craziness, man. I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, no, I quit.
I think most of my jobs that I quit, I don't remember a single job I quit and gave like, here's my 2 weeks notice. Because number one, Florida is a right to work state. You know, they have a right to terminate you. You have a right to quit whenever you want. But number two, from my experience, especially in hospitality, anytime I've seen someone give 2 weeks, then all of a sudden their hours start getting cut. They're not getting the good shifts. So it's like you try to do the right thing and give them notice that you're leaving. And in return,
They screw you.
they fucking screw you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you'll just know I'm not coming in anymore. Plus, it's easy in hospitality because, like I said, your paycheck is usually nothing anyways. So it's not like, oh, I'm worried about getting my last check. Nah, dude, you can make your tips right up until the night you leave, and that's it.
I know my buddy. He did pretty epic quitting.
Did he?
Yeah, he was at Best Buy and he took a dump behind like one of the displays of the TVs.
Oh.
And he just left it there. He just took a huge shit. I think he put it in. He shit in a cup, and then he put the cup behind the TV.
Jesus.
And quit. And
Wow.
we couldn't find it. We couldn't.
There
I
was
knew
a
he.
stench coming from
I
somewhere?
knew he did it, but I
Oh.
didn't want to tell people where it was at.
Yeah.
And the whole place smelled like shit for the whole day until somebody discovered it.
Ugh.
And that's pretty funny.
No, that's not. That's disgusting,
I
actually.
thought it was hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, this is coming from a guy that used to like throw people's lunches away. So
Yeah.
I was a horrible person.
Yeah, you seem it. No, man. I don't know. I've worked restaurants where it's on the other side of things, where you show up for work. If you're in a restaurant and you start running out of a lot of stuff, and you're telling your managers like, "Hey, man, we're out of napkins." "Oh yeah, we're gonna get some of those in on Tuesday." "Okay." "Hey, man, we haven't had like Coke in like 2 weeks." "Yeah, no, we got shipment coming in." "Hey, man, we don't have French fries." No, they're on order. Because what restaurants will do is even when management knows that they're going bankrupt or closing or whatever else, they won't give the staff a heads up because then people will start looking for other jobs and not showing up for shifts and not making money in those last days. So what they'll do is, and more often than not, if you've talked to anyone in hospitality, someone will have a story like this. You worked Saturday, Sunday night, and you come in for your shift Tuesday, and the doors are chained with notices on the door.
What the hell restaurant you working at?
Just about any restaurant.
I guess I always work for like name.
Me too, man. I
think
worked
me
for
too,
I
like-
worked for names. I've worked for mom and pops, man. You got to remember, even if you're a brand or
You
a
work for
chain,
Bennigan's?
a lot of these are franchises. I had a buddy working for Bennigan's here in Orlando, man, and they don't mess around. Like even the GMs a lot of time of the restaurant don't know because then the GMs aren't showing up. But if you're in a restaurant, you notice you're running out of things and no one's too urgent to restock. Like literally, you can be open Sunday and chains on the door Monday. So yeah, employers in Florida aren't always the best with, that's why I never felt bad about leaving.
I mean,
like
I
a
worked at Chuck E.
hospitality.
Cheese and Best Buy, so
Did you?
that's two major kind of.
Yeah, there's a couple of jobs I regret leaving. Like, I didn't know how good I had it when I worked at Disney right after college because I was
Okay.
in the entertainment department, and after 3 months, I had like better insurance than I
The hell were you doing at
ever
Disney?
had. Entertainment,
What do you mean entertainment? Like you're dressed as one of the characters?
entertainment.
What character were you dressed up as?
I portrayed several of Disney's finer characters.
Well, shoot it out. It's not like they're gonna come looking for you. Like
No,
your
of course
student
not.
loan.
I was the best Buzz Lightyear they've ever had.
Keep going.
I was Eeyore. I was
You know what? Eeyore makes 1,000% sense for you.
why?
Cause the shit just.
Back when I was Eeyore was a chore because I was
You
a
should
happy,
be-
outgoing
You
person.
should be Eeyore now.
I'll tell you what, Eeyore was the best you could be if you were hungover. Like I would go to what is now Disney Springs. It used to be Pleasure Island, cast
Yeah,
member night.
Pleasure Island.
And we would drink, we'd just get crazy, And then like the next morning I'd have like an 8 a.m. Eeyore shift. And I didn't mind at all. Because I like as long as I got there okay, I was
he's
good.
amazing. He's
Because
just
I would
stumbling.
crawl into that and I'd come walking out And like kids would be like, "Oh, Eeyore," and you don't have to be like Tigger bouncing off the walls or shit. You're just like dragging ass, like literally dragging ass. And you get out there, and if the sun's too bright, you just take your big ears and you put them over your eyes, and people are like, "Oh, Eeyore's shy." I'm like, "No, Eeyore's fucking hungover."
That's hilarious.
But from their perspective, he's like doing this bashful thing, and the head is so big you can puke a little bit in it, and it ain't gonna affect you.
You puked in a suit?
Yeah. Dude,
Eeyore,
you can't go off set.
Eeyore smells funny.
Yeah, he smells like a donkey. Why does Eeyore smell like daddy after his bowling league night? That's what Jaeger and donkeys smell like.
He's talking.
But it's funny. I was Rafiki, and I'm the reason that you're no longer allowed to carry a staff as Rafiki.
What do you mean? What'd you do?
Well, Rafiki used to have the staff with the little coconut. Yeah. If people were being jerks, I'd bop them on the head with the staff, and apparently that's frowned upon. Dude, characters get mistreated like crazy over there. Like when I was,
because assholes like you are in there bumping kids on the head with a staff.
No, man. When I was Pluto, they actually taught us self-defense as Pluto, because that's a big fiberglass snout right there.
Okay.
So you get people coming up all the time, and like they're usually teenagers and up trying to look cool, and they'll come up, pose for a picture, and they'll be like, they'll yank on your tongue because Pluto has the tongue hanging out, and that thing's strapped to your head. I mean, that's your neck they're yanking down. Or you'll get the asshole knocking on, like they give you an air conditioner in there, which they don't, you get an air conditioner. My first day, the guy who taught me to do Pluto, you put your hands in the costume, and you also got to put these pads over your hands to give you like the 3 fingers, like women. He's like, don't put your hand in that. Put the pad in there. Put your hand underneath. So now it's just a thin level of the fur between your hand and their shoulder. And if you get a kid that's acting like a dick, you can Vulcan neck pinch. Vulcan neck pinch. Like I did. I did too. They'd be like, "Mommy, Pluto pinched my neck," and the parents are like, "Pluto wouldn't do that. You must be mistaken." But you're inside going, "Fuck yeah, I did. What you gonna do?"
Yo, you're horrible, bro.
I'm not horrible. They deserved it, man. They deserved it. If you're working with a good photographer, then a lot of times if you get like a real jerk off and he's standing next to you, you can raise your ear and cock your head to the left. And like I said, that's all fiberglass. You can do some damage. And a good photographer will notice and be like, "Oh, Pluto, did you hear Mickey calling?" And you're like,
"Oh, that's funny."
Oh,
so
yeah.
You guys had a pact on how to smack people around.
Dude, it's all self-defense, man. It's all I never, it was all, and Rafiki was fun because if I was hungover and got Rafiki, what I would do is I would just cross my legs, sit down, and pretend like I was meditating. Yeah.
So wait, you're Eeyore, Tigger, Rafiki, Pluto.
I was Eeyore, Tigger, Rafiki, Pluto, and
Buzz Lightyear.
And Buzz Lightyear. No, I wasn't Tigger. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. I'm too short to be Tigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because for years afterwards, like all you do when you're in character or fur, as we call it, like you refer to everybody by their height. So you're not like, "Man, how tall is that girl? Oh, she's like 5'3". You're like,
right?
She's like chipmunk height. I'm not chipmunk height.
No? Okay.
Oh, girls that play chipmunks, they're crazy, dude. They're wild. They're freaks. You always,
Freaks.
yeah, they're like petite.
Freaks in suits.
They're petite, and then when someone's like, "Man, I'm going out with that chipmunk from Breakfast Dine," and you're like, "Wow, good for you, man." I think Pluto's the most average height character they got over there. It's
how many years you did that for?
Oh man, about 1.5 years.
And then they fired you when you started smacking kids with the staff?
No, actually. And the thing was, it was great insurance. And I remember I was young, and there were like 40-year-old guys and characters who had like day jobs. I'm like, "Why are you even here, man? You're so old." And they're like, "Because the insurance is great." And I'm like, "Whatever." And like, then you realize, holy shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a video. My buddy used to play Chippendale.
Yeah.
And he has a video of them in character. And it's him and Chippendale and Mickey Mouse. And they're jumping one of the characters. Like, they're jumping Tigger, like beating him up in the locker room.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, you gonna play?" He's like, "I'll never post this."
No. Well, that's the thing. Like, when I was there too, nobody had phones with cameras on them and everything else, and so there was a lot of stuff you weren't allowed to do anyway. But it wasn't as easy. You couldn't take a video or anything. But my buddy and I, we did Buzz Lightyear and Woody together, and the way we worked out for getting through mobs is he would press on my back because I had little, as Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, well, he pressed that button, and I would start doing this like karate chop motion, and we just walk through a mob of people. And it's funny because we got written up for that several times, and now if you see people doing it all the time. I'm like, someone owes me money for that. Also, we used to come out on set, and he would do this thing where he put rabbit ears behind me, and the kids would laugh, and I'd look around, and he'd be like hiding like he didn't do anything. We got written up for that because... Well, you learn when you work for Disney, different hand signals in different cultures mean different things. So different things are offensive. Like this can mean something else. So they didn't want to offend anyone. So we got ran up for it several times.
Isn't that just a peace sign?
That's what it is in our culture. But in other cultures, I forget which one specifically. It
means wipe your ass.
Yeah, something like that. So we got written up several times. But then when Toy Story 2 came out, the cover of Toy Story 2 was literally Woody behind Buzz giving him
you're taking credit for that?
I'm just saying, I have
Bullshit.
I will stand by this statement right now.
Okay.
I will stand by this statement right now. Disney can pull up my work record. They can see my write-ups. And if you can prove to me that cover came out before I got written up, then I concede. But until then, my friend, I think someone needs to clear my history over at Disney.
Okay.
Yep. 100%.
And with that said, I think we're gonna wrap this shit up because that's horse shit.
It's not horse shit. It's not.
When someone pointing like that, you think they're claiming on ET, like, oh, I did that shit first.
Dude, I can't discuss ET, although I did play ET in high school during the band marching games. However, I don't claim I did anything that created ET. I will say, however, that I got written up with my partner for doing the peace sign. And then, when Toy Story 2 came out, that was the cover photo. I'm just saying someone owes me. I'm saying it's a big coincidence, and someone owes me an apology.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's going to wrap up with this episode of Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Myke.
Check us out. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify now.
It's still pending.
It's still pending.
That thing's taking forever.
But whatever. Go to iTunes or go to Podbean, and on there you'll see our links for our websites and all our personal stuff. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. See us out at a show. You anywhere this weekend?
Nope. I'm nowhere this weekend. I got a nice, relaxed week.
Nice.
No comedy, but editing.
Stuff to do.
Yeah.
Stuff to do.
So.
All right, man.
All right, man.
We'll talk to you soon.
Later.